Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we're going to be checking out this Monvict hot glue gun. It's a 20-volt tool. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review and let's check out this hot glue gun. Let's see what kind of a purpose this could be used for, it being 20 volt and all. So this was straight out the gate. This was sent to me to check out as a tool review. So we're going to check it out. But this is something that I was kind of intrigued at first when they mentioned something. I checked out their tool, and what actually really got me interested is the fact you get a variable temperature on this. And that changes a lot of things because you're not going from 0 to 60 and it just stays at 60 the whole time. So you could use stuff like the Gorilla Glue glue sticks and put the Gorilla Glue glue sticks in this. And now you got like a portable way to use Gorilla Glue, and the Gorilla Glue dries in less than 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Normal Gorilla Glue, when you have it in your caulk gun and you're going around gluing stuff, you're talking it could take hours to set. Overnight, sometimes a full 24 hours for it to completely set. Something like this, I'm not saying you could do everything that Gorilla Glue from a caulk gun could do, like the industrial strength one, but you could do a lot of glue work with the Gorilla Glue sticks, pairing it up with this 20 volt. And you're not tethered by a cord either, which is kind of nice. It intrigued me. So they sent it over. I said, I'll check it out, I'll do a review, because I could see a purpose for something like this for sure. Obviously, you have your hobbyists where you do your model planes, model cars. There's that glue work where this would be nice because, again, you're not tethered by a cord. And you got that variable speed, which is fairly nice. This sells for around 30 bucks. So something like that where you could change the speed of the temp, change the temp of the gun. I think that's going to be something that is a little bit more appealing for that price range too. They do pair up with your DeWalt batteries. So if you have a DeWalt battery, all you got to do is you can pair it up with a 5 amp hour. I would probably be the best if you want to use this for a little bit. So it's essentially, it's a 100 watt unit. And the 100 watt unit produces probably about 5 amp hours. So you got, if you use a 5 amp hour battery, produces 5 amps, you can get about an hour out of the glue gun. So that's something that's nice to know as well. If you pair it up with a 5 amp hour, you get about a full hour. Anything smaller, you're going to get a little less time. But if you need to do some serious intense gluing, there's your hour, you know what I mean? So let's load it up, get her going. We'll turn her on. So it displays in Celsius. It has a Fahrenheit reading down there underneath it. But we'll set it to the max, so 200 Celsius. So that's about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's take out, we'll use the instructions. Now, the instructions, I looked everywhere. The one thing I couldn't figure out, you can see here if you want to take a screenshot for yourself. I could not figure out at all how to change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. If you hold the power button down, it turns the unit off, like this. So I said, let's turn it on. And maybe if you just tap it, once it's on, it'll just switch. It doesn't do that. So you can't tap the power button to get that desired result. I said, maybe you gotta tap the power button and another button. No, doesn't do that either. So I'm not sure how to change it to Fahrenheit. It does clearly have a Fahrenheit indicator there, but it seems to be stuck in Celsius, which is fine. Because again, something like this would be, I would either run it at full speed or full temp, high temp, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or I'd probably run it like half temp if I'm doing like Gorilla Glue or something like that, just so I can get a slower application. Why would you want to change the temp? It's basically that. So you could change the viscosity of the glue so the glue just doesn't pour out, because you're going to basically, this is at full blast. This is just basically going to pour out. Let's see what we got going on right now. Let's check it out. Look at that. So you see how it's just pouring out? That's at 165 Celsius, so just over 320 something degrees Fahrenheit. But you see how it's pouring out? You can change the temperature and you can get less glue coming out here, which is really the main point of what I'm trying to say. And now this 20-volt cordless glue gun is becoming a really useful tool when you could actually use it for glue beyond just the hobbyist, the crafter. You can actually use this with Gorilla Glue glue sticks, and you can get a much superior hold. We're talking bondage to glass, metal, wood, plastic, pretty much any type of material out there if you put the Gorilla Glue sticks in there. Now, this is just a hobbyist blend right here. This came supplied from the manufacturer. Their glue sticks that they put in there. We're not even at the full temp now, but this thing is just chugging through the glue, as you can see here. It's just pouring out the glue. I mean, it took less than a minute to heat up. I would say probably around 120, 130 Celsius was when it really started to get to the point where it probably was loose enough to squirt through the hole, if that makes sense. But we're at 176. I don't know if we need to have it. Let's crank it down to 175 and see how it sits. So we're at 175. It's now at 174, 173, so it's dropping down. So what I'm assuming is what it'll do is exactly, there you go. So it drops down a little bit, it kicks off the unit, and then it'll kick back on to get it back up to the desired temp. I see how it's holding steadfast at 175 now. That's pretty nice. So it does have some kind of internal logistics as well. It's not just plugging it into a power source and the glue just comes out. So pretty cool. And that constant 175 degrees, that's what I mean when you say you'll get about an hour out of a 5 amp hour battery, because it produces about 5 amps. So it's staying at a constant temp, but it looks like it does fluctuate. So it does have a fluctuator. I don't know if it's going to, it looks like it's going to stay on probably the whole time. So you can pretty much guarantee with a 5 amp hour battery, you'll get probably about 60 minutes out of it. That's what I would say personally. Yeah, I would say that. It doesn't look like it cools off at all and then kicks back on and shaves off a few seconds here and there so that you can get a longer than an hour runtime out of it with a 5 amp hour battery, but it is what it is. So anyway, 20-volt hot glue gun, definitely something to have in your toolbox. And like I said, you use those upgraded Gorilla Glue for the sticks on here. This is a 0.43, so you just want that 0.43 Gorilla Glue sticks when you get it, if you pair it up with this particular, the Montvik glue gun. So appreciate you for sending this over. Definitely be using it. I'm sure the wife will use it as well for her crafting. I'll definitely be using it to glue stuff around the house. Yeah, pretty cool. And like I said, you're not tethered by a cord, so I'm excited to see what kind of use I'll get out of this over time, especially with the variable temp. So let me know what you think of this cordless glue gun, the 20-volt cordless glue gun. They got a lot of smaller powered ones. This is the big boy. What would you use this for? And what do you think about having a non-tethered glue gun with so much power, so much heat, 400 degrees? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want more content like this, subscribe for more. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.